Welcome to Yoga with My Happy Body. Hi, and welcome to today's edition of Yoga with My Happy Body. And today we're going to be focusing especially on the neck and the shoulders. So this is for those of you who are feeling tight there. Maybe you spend a lot of time working at a desk, or maybe you spend a lot of time driving. This isn't great if you're in an acute phase of an injury. If there's a lot of inflammation and you're having a flare up, then rest. Maybe go and see your physio or your chiro. And then when the pain is less acute, maybe give this a go and use this as something to do on a relatively regular basis to keep the really important joints of the neck and shoulders healthy and happy. Now, this is just a drop in the ocean of the things available there, out there for you to do to keep your neck and shoulders healthy. And maybe in the future, we'll do another video that suggests other exercises that are good. But for today, this is what we're going to do. And because I'm assuming the neck and the shoulders are tight, probably because we're spending a lot of time sat down, the most part of this session is going to be standing up. And you don't need any equipment, so not even a mat really. We will be sitting at some point, but maybe you have a cushion that you can sit on. It doesn't have to be a mat, okay? So it can even be a chair. So, so yes, very equipment light is this practice. And we're just gonna start with the feet maybe slightly wider than the hips, so we've got a nice base. Maybe for a moment, lift up all 10 toes, spread your toes really wide. Have your arms by your side, your palms facing forward, spread your fingers really wide. And then can you imagine that you just put on a wetsuit on your legs so you feel your thigh muscles lift and your sitting bones draw toward one another so that that imaginary wetsuit can get over the meat of the glute. And keep that action there. It doesn't need to be 100% tension. It's just this sense of action of lifting. And then feel that your heart is on top of your hips. So we're not kind of slumping forward. We're not kind of leaning back, pressing the hips forwards. The heart is on top of the hips and the crown of the head on top of the heart and the crown of the head reaching up. Those toes are still lifted, aren't they? And take a really deep breath in. And then through the mouth, exhale and place all 10 toes down on the ground. Now just let your arms relax. And we're going to practice with the breath a little bit more. As you inhale, can you lift your shoulders up to your ears? So your shoulders touch your ears like earrings and hold your breath in. And then exhale, let the shoulders drop. Let's do that twice more. Inhale. Hold. Really squeeze. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Squeeze. Exhale. Let the shoulders drop. Now with that exhale through the mouth, we're releasing the jaw. Let's work on that a little bit more. Can you wiggle your jaw from right to left a few times? And can you move your jaw forward and backward a few times? And if it makes you feel silly, that's fine. And then bringing awareness to mobilizing our neck. So first of all, can you turn your head to your right as far as you can, as if you're looking over your right shoulder? And then turn your eyes as far to the right, as if you were trying to spot the furthest thing to your right that you could possibly see. And then bring your awareness to your left arm, turn your palm to face forward, spread your fingers really wide, and imagine a child we're trying to get your attention pulling on your left wrist. So feel your left arm stretch away from you a little bit. Take a breath. Relax the eyes, relax the arm, turn the head to the center, change sides. Turn your head to the left as far as you can, your shoulders stay where they are, the chest stays facing forwards. Turn your eyes as far to the left without overstraining the eyes because they're a muscle too, but look to the left with your eyes. Focus your eyes on a point to the left. Reach your right arm slightly out to the right, palm faces forward, spread your right fingers really wide. Imagine somebody's grabbing onto your right wrist, trying to get your attention, so it's being slightly pulled away from you. Take a breath. And then relax the right arm, relax the eyes, bring the head back to the center. Same, but different. So now, can you keep your eyes fixed on a point in front of you? Your eyes do not leave that point, and it's a very specific point. It's not big, so your eyes could kind of move to a wider spot. It's like a pinprick, maybe a speck of dust on the wall in front of you. Keep your eyes on that point. Start to turn your head to the right as far as you can, without your eyes leaving that fixed object. Come back to the center, the eyes stay where they are. Change sides, turn your head to the left as far as you can, keeping your eyes on that fixed object. Should be working our brain. And maybe we feel like we look a bit weird. Back to the center. Keep your eyes on that fixed object. Lift your chin. Lift your chin as much as you can without your eyes leaving that fixed point. And then chin to the chest. And keep looking at that fixed point. And then lift the head back up to the center and maybe blink your eyes firmly a few times. Okay, so now maybe shortening the stance, bringing your hands onto your shoulders. So let's have 4 fingers in front, thumbs behind. And at the same time, bring your elbows toward one another. Maybe they touch in front of you. Lift the elbows up and then roll them all the way back. And imagine you wanted your elbows to meet behind you before they sweep down. They touch in front of you again. They lift up, sweep around. Imagine you're trying to get your elbows to touch behind you. 2 more. 1 more. And then change direction. So now elbows going back. Imagine you wanted your elbows to touch behind you. Your hands are still on your shoulders. Lift your elbows up for the ceiling. Bring them toward one another. Try to get the elbows to touch and then sweep all the way around. One more. Nice, let the arms relax. So now big shoulder rotations. We'll do one arm at a time. So start with your right arm, circle your right arm up for the ceiling and then back and down. Now if there's pain in the right shoulder with this movement, you're going to make the movement smaller. So maybe something like this until you're finding a range that is pain-free. And if it's very pain-free and it feels appropriate and safe too, then what I'd like you to try is just swinging the arm around. Yeah, just kind of a freeing movement, swinging the right arm in one direction or circling it, and then change direction. And it's the same thing. So moving to a degree with which there's no pain, and only swinging if it feels good to you. Otherwise, much more controlled, more like this. And then bring that movement to an end. If you're swinging the arm, rather than stopping abruptly, just kind of let the movement come to its own natural end. Take a breath. Same thing on the other side. So just test out a circle, see how it feels. If you need to make it smaller, make it smaller. If it feels good, we're going to make it a swing. So swinging that arm around in one direction. And change direction. And then not stopping abruptly, but just letting the movement come to its own natural end. And then let's take another deep breath with a shoulder shrug. So inhale, shoulders to your ears, hold your breath in. Exhale, let the shoulders drop. Very nice. So now coming to some forward folds. As you inhale, can you take your arms out to the sides, lift your arms up for the ceiling, keep your arms straight. So if that means you don't touch the palms, that's all good. A little squeeze of the glutes so you're not sticking your bottom out, hips are tucked under. Reach up, look up, lift up. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, spread your arms like wings out to the sides, dive down over the legs. Bend the knees as much as you need to for the tummy to find the thighs or get as close to the thighs as you can. At the bottom of the movement here, let your head go heavy. Let your shoulders release. So you're not holding your arms in a fixed position. They're free. If a gust of wind were to come along, your arms would swing like the branches of a willow tree. Take a breath here. Really important to let the head go as well. So if there are any movements for the head that's going to help with that, then move the head, nod the head, shake the head. And then keeping a little bend to the knees, push down through the feet, feel the pelvic floor slightly lift, scoop your tailbone underneath you, and a little bit like a zombie emerging from the grave. Roll yourself bone by bone all the way back up, the head being the last thing to lift once you're standing. Let's do that twice more. Stretch the arms out to the sides, lift up to the ceiling, look up, try and touch the ceiling. Then bend the knees, spread the arms like wings, dive down over the legs, belly to the thighs, just hang, let the head go heavy, take a deep breath. Push down through the feet, a little squeeze of the pelvic floor, the tailbone scoots under as you rebuild yourself. Head lifts up right at the end then, last time. Arms all the way up, lift up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, dive down, tummy to the thighs, let the head release. Bending the knees, push down through the feet, scoop the tailbone under, roll bone by bone all the way back up to stand. Once standing, spread your arms like wings, lift them all the way up, stretch up to the ceiling, look up. And then exhale, take your arms out to the sides in line with your shoulders. So making rotations of the palms now. Can you turn your hands so your palms face up and your thumbs point back? And maybe look at your arms and make sure that they're doing what you think they're doing. So your hands are in line with your shoulders, not lower, not higher. Your arms are straight, no bend to your elbows. Spread your fingers wide, especially if you spend a lot of time holding the phone or typing into a typewriter. It's not what I mean, but you know what I mean. Then this can be really good for the dexterity of our hands. And then we're going to essentially do a 360. So turn your palms to face me so your thumbs point up. Turn your palms to face down so your thumbs point forwards. Turn your hands so your thumbs point down, and then keep turning your hands so your palms are facing up, but sort of the wrong way around. And can you try your hardest not to round the spine? So keep the heart on top of the hips, and then do that again. So a 360 with the hands, palms face up, thumbs point back or even slightly down toward the floor behind you, and then all the way back. Now keep going with this movement, super, super slow. It's like there's a really stubborn cork stuck in a bottle of wine, and you're trying to unscrew that cork. So it's really fun. And the turning of the palms is to create a rotation in the shoulders. So maybe you can feel, keep going, but maybe you can feel as you turn the palm, the shoulder rolls forward, and then as you turn the palm, the shoulder rolls back. Now, next time the palms are facing up, you can pause. Take your right arm up to the ceiling, place your right hand to the space between your shoulder blades. Take your left hand around your back and up towards your right hand, as if you wanted your hands to meet. We're not staying here though, so don't worry about grabbing. From there, stretch your arms out to the side, spread them like wings, palms face up, and change sides. Left arm on top, right arm wraps behind you and up your back. Again, open the arms out. Right arm on top, left arm underneath. Open your arms out. Left arm on top, right arm underneath. One more on both sides. Reach the arms out. Right arm on top. When you reach the arms out, really spread them. Make your wingspan even longer. And then change sides again. Reach your arms out, keep them out to the sides, take a breath. And now give yourself a big hug, bringing your right arm underneath your left arm, wrapping your hands around your back as if you wanted your fingers to meet between your shoulder blades. Now this might be your limit, and that's fine, but if you can, you then cross at the wrists as well. So your thumbs are towards the tip of your nose, your baby fingers are in front, are facing away. From here, lift the elbows up, little squeeze of the glutes, look up toward the fingers. And then as you breathe out, little bend to the knees and pull your elbows in towards your belly button, letting your head go heavy. Again, breathe in, lift up. Breathe out. Elbows into your belly, head goes heavy. One more. And then standing up, reaching the arms out to the sides, ready to change sides. So left arm under the right arm, as if you're giving yourself a big hug, you could stay here. And if you stay here, it looks more like this, lifting the elbows up and then dropping in. So it still works, or you cross at the wrists as well. And then a little squeeze of the buttocks as you lift the elbows up and look up. And then exhale, little bend to the knees and curl your upper body in on itself, elbows towards your belly button, and make sure your head goes heavy. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. One more, breathe in. Breathe out. And then this time, rather than coming back up, unwrap your arms and again, just let your upper body hang over your legs in a forward fold. Sometimes it's quite nice to hold opposite elbows here, and again, just any movements that feel nice. Relax your jaw, relax your facial expression. And from here, we're going to take a seat. So however works for you, just bring your bottom to the floor. And if you're more comfortable sat on a cushion or a block, then you're welcome to. I'm going to sit cross-legged. You can also sit kneeling, or like I said earlier, you can sit on a chair if you prefer to. So a little bit of a side body movement, a twist and a side stretch. Stretch your arms all the way up, take a breath in. As you breathe out, bring your right hand to the floor beside you and slightly away from you. And take your left hand and hold the back of your head in your left hand. So you're not touching your fingers to your ears, but you're holding the back of your head in your left hand. So you can see I'm already in a side stretch here, and you may well already have a stretch down this side of your body. Can you make sure that that left buttock stays down on the ground? If it lifts, this is going to be much less effective. If you're kneeling, a feeling of your left buttock kind of slightly dropping off your left heel over to the left can deepen the side stretch. Look towards your left elbow, so you're creating a little rotation in your head. Take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, bring your left elbow down in search of your right elbow or right wrist. Now, I probably won't get there, but it doesn't matter. You're just moving in that direction. Again, breathe in, head following the elbow, breathe out, elbow toward opposite wrist. One more time, breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and lift to the center. Change sides, lift the arms, inhale. Left hand to the floor beside you and a little bit away from you. Right hand holds the back of your head, not the side of your head. Hold the back of your head. Look at the right elbow. Turn the heart toward the ceiling. Look up, breathe in. As you breathe out, right elbow comes down in search of the left wrist. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, breathe in. And out. And breathe in. And come all the way up. Very nice. We're finishing with a little bit of breath work that's great again for mobilizing the spine, the shoulders, the neck, but it's also great for stress relief, which plays a fundamental role in the build-up of tension in the neck and shoulders. So the method is this: we place the hands on the shoulders, the fingers in front, the thumbs behind, the elbows up in line with the shoulders. Through the nose, you breathe in, and at the same time as doing that, turn to your left and see the chest and the head turns to the left, but you don't over rotate the head. So the head just moves with the chest. Then through the mouth, exhale, like you were blowing out a candle, and you turn to your right. So we're going to do 40 repetitions and then pause with a breath hold, and then we'll change directions. So for this first round, we inhale left, exhale right. You can begin. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take a deep breath in, lift your arms up for the ceiling. Hold your breath in, lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Hold the breath, feel the tension rising. And then exhale, arms drop, shoulders drop, tension releases, joy up, cortisol down. Take a breath. Same thing to the other side. You're welcome to close your eyes. Hands on your shoulders, 4 fingers in front, thumbs behind, elbows up in line with the shoulders. Inhale through the nose, turn to the right. Exhale through the mouth, turn to the left. 40 repetitions. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To the center. Deep breath in. Lift your arms up. Pull your hands into fists. Hold your breath in. As you hold your breath, lift your shoulders up to your ears. Hold your breath. Reach the arms up, shoulders to your ears. Keep holding the breath. You're going to exhale in 5, 4, 3, 2, and joy up, cortisol down. Just take a moment to notice how you feel, the effects of the movement on your body, on your mind, on your well-being. I hope this has helped. Thank you for joining me today. Please do like the video, subscribe, leave a comment if you've got any suggestions for the next one. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.